Before we proceed further, request you to please subscribe to our channel as shown above. Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and today we are going to talk about a Sankranti or a sun transit that is going to occur on 16 December 2021. So on 16th December 2021, the sun enters into the sign of Dhanu or Sagittarius from the sign of Scorpio or Vrishik, and the sun stays in this sign till 14th January 2022. So let us study the impact of this transit and let us realize the true meaning of this transit. Now look at this chart. You can see the sign of Sagittarius where the sun has moved. I have shown the sun with a blue circle. The sun is represented by the letters SU in this chart. Now first let us understand what the sign of Sagittarius or Dhanu is all about. It is the natural ninth house in the zodiac belt, and therefore it represents spirituality, it represents dharma, it represents righteousness, it represents optimism. It also represents long distance journeys such as pilgrimages. It represents our gurus, it represents our teachers. Next, let us understand what the sun represents. The sun represents the king. The sun represents power. Sun represents authority. With power and authority comes ego. So the sun also represents ego. The sun represents light. The sun is the leader of all planets. All planets revolve around the sun, and the sun is also known as Surya Narayan. Sun is the universal soul because this universe is sustained as a result of the light that we receive from the sun. If the sun was not there, there would be no crops, no vegetation, and all of us would die. So the sun represents the universal father. He represents the universal soul. Sun also represents name and fame. Wherever the sun is present in your chart, that house is always illuminated by the light of the sun. Now let us think of the sign of Sagittarius as a big house, and in that house there are three rooms. The first room is known as Mula. Now Mula is the room that is ruled by Ketu. Okay? And Mula represents the roots. It represents getting to the depth of something. Mula many a times represents a destruction followed by a rebirth. The deity of Mula Nakshatra is goddess Niritti, who rules the night, who rules the dark forces, who also rules death and destruction. We know that recently the sun has undergone an eclipse, and therefore the sun is in a troubled state of mind. Now he wants to go to his guru to seek guidance. But before entering the sign of Sagittarius, the sun has to cross a small zone called as Gandanta, which is the border between a fire sign and a water sign. And this is when the sun experiences extreme turmoil. We all feel like we are drowned, we are tangled in some situation because Gandanta represents a knot. Somehow the sun crosses the Gandanta and enters into the first chamber in the house of Sagittarius. So he enters into the Mula Nakshatra. So now the sun, that is our soul, wants to go to the roots to analyze the problem. and to overcome it. So the sun undergoes a transformation when it enters into the Mula Nakshatra. All of us undergo a transformation when the sun enters into the Mula Nakshatra, depending on the house the sun rules in our chart. Now we know that the sun rules the sign of Leo. So suppose you are a Gemini ascendant, then Leo becomes your third house, which represents your siblings, your neighbor, your courage, your efforts. For a Gemini ascendant, Sagittarius is the seventh house, which represents relationships. So when sun enters into the Mula Nakshatra, which areas of your life will it transform? It will transform your relationship with your siblings, with your neighbors, or it can transform the efforts that you put to achieve a particular goal. You may work more harder, you may get more courage, and you will strongly desire to attain your goal. So in this way, depending on your ascendant, your life undergoes a transformation in this time period. Based on the house, the sun rules in your chart. So after this initial analysis of trying to understand the deeper truth, the sun now requires knowledge. And in the second step, the sun enters into the next chamber in the sign of Sagittarius, which is known as the Purva Ashada Nakshatra. Now remember that the Purvashada Nakshatra is ruled by Venus or Shukra, who is a highly learned teacher. The sign of Sagittarius itself belongs to Jupiter, who is a teacher. So Purvashada Nakshatra comes in the center of sign of Sagittarius, and therefore it represents the maximum power of sign of Sagittarius. Now the symbol of Purvashada Nakshatra is represented by the tusk of an elephant. Remember that to write the Mahabharata, Lord Ganesha had broken one of his tusks and used it as a pen. Therefore, the Purvashada Nakshatra represents gaining knowledge. It represents writing articles, writing books. It represents attaining wisdom. People born in the Purvashada Nakshatra, they have lot of wisdom, lot of knowledge. Now you put sun in this Purvashada Nakshatra. What is sun? Sun is name and fame, as I explained earlier. Sun is power, sun is authority. So when the sun enters the Purvashada Nakshatra, you feel that you are gaining a lot of knowledge, you are learning new things. Okay? And people with sun in Purvashada Nakshatra, they attain very high positions of authority in their life. They gain a lot of name and fame because of their knowledge. Now think of the sun in Purvashada Nakshatra as a student who is attaining very high marks in his college exams. The student feels very elated, he feels very joyful, he feels very happy. And he feels that he is at the top of the world, he knows everything. And with that comes some amount of ego, some amount of pride. So sun's entry into the Purvashada Nakshatra makes us feel proud about our achievements, makes us feel like we are at the top of the world, we know everything. But definitely this is not real knowledge, because you are yet to face the real harsh world, and therefore Purvashada actually represents early victory. It represents the victory of a college student who has achieved good marks in his exam. Now the sun enters the next nakshatra, that is called as Uttarashada, which represents victory in the later stages of life. Now here the sun has to work very hard, and in the later stages of his life he gets the final success. So Uttarashada Nakshatra represents hard work. Like when you leave a college, you need to join a company, you need to work there for a very long time to reach a higher position, and slowly you get growth, you reach the higher management levels. And in that journey, you also gain a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. So that is Sun in the Uttarashada Nakshatra, which represents the later stage victory or victory in the later stages of our life. Now you might ask, why is all this necessary? Because eventually from Sagittarius, the Sun has to move into the sign of Capricorn, which represents the harsh world, which is ruled by Saturn. And therefore, the Sun's transit through the sign of Sagittarius is actually a time when the Sun undergoes a learning phase. Now remember that on 14th January 2022, Sun is going to enter into the sign of Capricorn, and that marks a very important festival called Makar Sankranti, wherein the northern journey of the Sun begins, the Uttarayan starts, and therefore the Sun enters into a new phase of life. In short, all of us enter into a new phase of life because the Sun is the universal soul. And therefore, to face the harsh world, all of us need this knowledge. All of us need to go through these phases, is what this transit actually represents. Now, let us do a quick ascendant wise analysis for the Aries ascendant or Mesh Lagna. The Sun rules your fifth house and enters into the ninth house. Therefore, this is a good time to learn something new. Your children may go on a long distance journey to gain higher education, and in that sense, their life may undergo a transformation. Since you want to learn something new, your life will also undergo a transformation. Now, for Taurus ascendant, the Sun rules the fourth house of Leo and he enters into the eighth house of Sagittarius. And therefore, matters related to your mother, home, property, and vehicles undergo a transformation in this time period. You might move into a new house or you might buy a new vehicle in this time period. You could also get inheritance from your mother in this time period. Now, for the Cancer ascendant, the Sun rules the second house of wealth, family, and assets, and he moves into the sixth house of diseases, debts, enemies, daily routine. So, within your family environment, there is some kind of transformation. Your finances also undergo a great transformation in this time period. Now, for the Leo ascendant, the Sun rules the first house and he enters into the fifth house, which means that the Sun in this time gives you some kind of new spiritual knowledge, some kind of new knowledge which gives you a lot of name and fame in this time period. Coming to the Virgo ascendant or the Kanya Lagna, Sun rules the 12th house and he enters into the 4th house. Now, this can bring some kind of property related issues on the 4. It can also make you travel abroad due to some property related issues. So, this is an average transit for the Kanya Lagna or Virgo ascendant. Now, for the Tula Lagna or the Libra ascendant, the Sun rules the 11th house and he enters the 3rd house. Therefore, you will get gains from your neighbors, from your siblings in this time period, and that will transform you in a big way. You will also need to put a lot of efforts, and those efforts will give you gains in the form of name and fame. Now, for the Vrishik Lagna or the Scorpio ascendant, the Sun rules your 10th house of career, business, and profession, and he enters into your 2nd house, which means that in your workplace you might get some kind of promotion which will give you a lot of recognition within your family circle. It will also increase your wealth and prosperity in this time period. For the Dhanu Lagna or the Sagittarius ascendant, the ninth lord, that is Sun, is moving into the first house. And therefore, this is a time when you will engage in spiritual practices. You will engage in doing some kind of righteous work. You will also travel to long distance pilgrimages. And this transit of the Sun will give you a lot of name and fame and recognition. Your guru, your boss may also come to visit you. Treat him well, and this transit will be very good for you. Now, for the Makar Lagna or the Capricorn ascendant, the Sun is the 8th lord and he is moving into the 12th house of Sagittarius. So, it forms a Viparit Rajyog where you will gain through some kind of insurance or some kind of inheritance. But there will be some initial struggle, some initial losses because of this transit. Be careful with respect to fire accidents in this time period. Now, for the Kumbh Lagna or the Aquarius ascendant, you already have Jupiter in your ascendant, which is very good. And now your 7th lord of relationship, Sun, is entering into your house of gains, that is the sign of Sagittarius. So, Kumbh Lagna will get gains through partnerships, will get gains through marriage, through relationship in this time period. Now, for the Meen Lagna or the Pisces ascendant, Sun rules the 6th house of depth, enemies, litigations, quarrels, daily routine, and he is moving into your 10th house of career, profession, business. So, all your hidden enemies will come to the fore in this time period because Sun represents light. He is the 6th lord moving into the 10th house and he exposes the hidden enemies in your workplace. So, the Sun here brings some kind of transformation in your workplace, in your work life through hidden enemies in this time period is what I foresee. Now note that I have not missed Gemini ascendant. I have covered it in the earlier part of the video itself. So friends, this is my analysis of Sun transit into the sign of Sagittarius starting 16 December 2021 and going on till 14th Jan 2022. So the king, the soul, now seeks transformation, gets knowledge and eventually moves towards victory. If you like this video, do mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so now by clicking the subscribe button. For any consultations, email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com. You can also reach us through our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon with another video. Till then, bye, take care and stay safe.